The old woman's voice trembled as she gripped the edge of the table, her frail hands shaking. "My arms are tired," she whispered, barely audible over the chatter in the room. No one paid attention, no one except the one person who wasn't supposed to hear it. And within seconds, everything changed. Margaret had always been a quiet presence in her son Daniel's life. Living in a modest home on the outskirts of Toronto, she had raised him alone after his father passed. She worked long hours, sacrificed her comfort, and built her life around one dream, seeing her son happy. Now, at 72, her body was weaker, but her love remained unshaken. Daniel, now a successful businessman, had recently gotten engaged to Clara, a sophisticated woman from a wealthy family in Vancouver. Clara was elegant, well-spoken, and ambitious, but she didn't quite understand Margaret. To Clara, Margaret's slow movements, simple habits, and old-fashioned ways felt inconvenient. That evening, Daniel had organized a small engagement dinner at a high-end restaurant in downtown Toronto. It was supposed to be a celebration, a moment of unity between two families. Margaret had worn her best dress, a pale blue one she had kept carefully for years, and arrived early, nervous but hopeful. As the dinner went on, conversations flowed easily among the guests, but Margaret struggled to keep up. The noise, the unfamiliar setting, and her aching arms made it difficult for her to even lift her fork. Clara noticed, but instead of helping, she leaned closer and whispered, "You should try to manage a bit better. This is important." Margaret smiled faintly, trying not to feel hurt. She didn't want to ruin her son's special night. She adjusted herself, trying to sit straighter, trying to appear stronger than she felt, but her arms trembled again, and this time she couldn't hide it. "My arms are tired," she murmured softly, more to herself than anyone else. Clara sighed, clearly annoyed. "Mrs. Margaret, please." "Everyone is watching." That's when a chair scraped loudly against the floor. A man who had been sitting quietly at a nearby table stood up abruptly. He was well-dressed, confident, and unmistakably out of place among the casual diners. His eyes locked onto Margaret, filled with urgency and something deeper, recognition. "Margaret?" he called out, his voice firm yet emotional. The room fell silent. Margaret looked up, confused. It took her a moment, but then her eyes widened. "Ethan?" she whispered. Ethan Brooks, a name that carried weight across Canada's business world. A self-made millionaire known for his philanthropy and humility. But to Margaret, he wasn't just a public figure. He was the young boy she had once cared for decades ago. Back when Ethan had nothing, no family, no home. Margaret had taken him in for a short time. She fed him, comforted him, and gave him something he had never known before, kindness without expectation. She had never asked for anything in return,